Good morning, it's Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium here. How are you today? And because it's a bit of a dull day outside as I rose this morning, but it's got promise all the same, like every day does. And it's not just what the outside weather's got to do with it either, it's what we've got in our hearts, isn't it? Now, I'm going to what was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. I've actually got it in the right order today. I didn't mess anything up. So, that's right, because I have cross-posted across to mytimetv.live. So if you're actually joining in from there, click the little link at the top, because I made sure it was in the description this time so that you come back to the Ros Boundy page if you'd like me to see your comments and hellos and stuff. So just as I dare say Shirley has, or did you come in via the direct link into my page? Hi, Shirley. It's just so lovely to see. Yes, it is a happy Easter. We're on the Easter Sunday right now here, and it's been a very different weekend, this one, as far as the Easter compared to what we would probably normally share. Right, going to move into the readings pretty much straight away, so that I am keeping it in the timeline I like to keep it. Just to go back over the fact it is just a general reading of the card spread that I've been using for over the year. And so that is generalised pretty much, but it's still got meaning for every single person that sees it, in the way that if you move into your heart space and you take the guidance that you have in your own intuition, that there will be something specific in what these cards have that is for you as your message. If you need anything in more depth around a card reading, then that hypnosisplus.com.au is my booking site. It is a Shopify site, so that there's the various options of the things that I offer there, and you can book in for a more personalised, detailed reading with me. And it's not just the cards, that's a little more in-depth with other things too. So, and I'll drop that now as I move into switching around to the cards. Hi, Linda, how are you? Gorgeous. What a beautiful smile. Lovely. Just that last reminder before I start into the reading to actually, if you're on the mytimetv.live page, do come over to the Ros Boundy page. That's that link up the top, in the description, that's got I can't remember what numbers it is now. There's some numbers at the end of it, and that's the link that brings you back to this page. Good morning, Julia. How are you? Yes, a happy Easter to you as well, and everyone watching, really. I had sort of forgotten to lead in with that. It is Easter weekend and Sunday here in South Australia for those who are like Shirley's in Canada. So wonderful. Right, we'll get into the reading. Just a reminder that that's the cards that I use. Is the Sarah Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. It is a Lenormand deck, not a tarot, and I am using the expanded edition. So what we've got here this morning is an interesting set of in the spread. I've just got to work out which way my arm's going there. So it's the usual spread. It's oh, good. I'm pleased. Thank you for writing that up. Yeah, it came over via the link, easy to do. It's taken a little bit of time, Linda, to find where exactly in Facebook it sends it to when you cross-post and stuff, and it didn't take the link with it when I did it first time, and having to go in manually and put it in there and all sorts of things. But anyway, I'm learning, and I want to make it as easy as possible for people to find these live streams and the card spreads. So thanks for that. This is the work energy that we've got here in the first position. We've got the home energy here in this position, which 26, that card 26. Up the top here, we've got the third card, that's the unexpected. What we've got in the fourth position here at 13, the card 13, that is your role. And what we have in the center is the outcome. What's last? But it's the center too. Like, so yeah, the spread really does go around that one, because it all forms together, that outcome. And you too, Sarah, you've come from the link as well. So from the My Time TV link. That's wonderful. Thank you. Good. Now, 28, that is actually the man, obviously. And in this one, because it's the expanded edition, it does give those few extra cards, as I've mentioned before. But this time, this is the one that is the extra of the man cards, because he's the older one and he's looking the other way. So he's looking from over his left shoulder compared to his right. So that's where in a card spread it really makes it good to sort of see what the focus is. Where is the line of vision of these men? Being the older one and in the work position also, I'm feeling that it's actually more to do with, because my partner is an older man, so he's that's what I'm feeling for today, that there is involvement for me in my day with my partner that's going to be work related. So we'll probably end up doing something along that line that helps in what I'm planning, and whether he's got ideas. Look, it can just be in the way of consulting, asking questions of, what would I like, what does an actual, what does a man see as his perspective in such and such that might help me in my work day. Not that I'm actually working today, but it is that work energy. So I do think of different ways I like to serve the people that I have as clients. And that happens most days because that's where my focus is, I suppose. I like helping people and getting, their problems solved. The sorts of questions that occur, a lot to do with anxiety and depression at the moment. So, how does a man see that? Because I'm not a man. How am I supposed to know? So that's what the energy is for me around that. You might be actually having some involvement with an older male as well through the day, or just a good, strong, wise form of the male energy within yourself too. So, and then we've got, next is the books. Hi, Shaz, how are you? Clicked on My Time first. Oh, well, that's good. You found your way back here. And good morning to you too, Kylie. How are you? And happy Easter. Because we do have some time, I suppose, being more stay at home this year compared to what it was last year, and the situation that we're under with the coronavirus, etc. I think that a lot of people are actually spending a lot more time doing some reading and accessing their books. I know I am, and it can be a time of self-reflection and writing in your own little journal as well, and putting those thoughts and feelings into word form so that it actually helps process it. For those of you that like journaling, keep doing it. It's a good time to do that, and you'll be very surprised at what sort of things are actually going to come out for you in sorting, in understanding, in directing energy flow to that future, what is going to come forward, and maybe even what your guides are guiding you to, as well as understandings in that. So that's where the books are. There definitely is books coming out and being read. So I'd suggest choose one, make a really nice, comfortable spot for yourself today, and spend that time with a good book. The weather is rather gorgeous out there. I like the mildness of it, and dull, like clouds, doesn't bother me. It's beautiful. And I've got the birds chirping outside too. And in the tree is the snake. This one's the unexpected. Looking out my window, and there is the trees with the beautiful flowers. They're not actually a bottle brush. I can't even remember what sort of tree they are. They're a gum type. So instead of the fruit, they've actually got the beautiful flowers happening, and the birds are really loving it. The snake can be, like the snake in the grass, it can be a warning of beware of deception or someone trying to convince you otherwise around some decision you're making, that sort of thing. So I'm just feeling that is still just that simple sign of beware for today, so that you just being mindful of you and what you want to understand in life. I'm just going to try and move that one back because I don't like how that's sitting. And my camera stand is not the best one here. Shaz knows that one. No, not working. Oh, let's get that child clear. And I can't seem to get it really close. I've got a very stiff, you might just be able to see this handle? That black there is the camera holder, a webcam. holder. Anyway, what we've got here in your role is the child. Now, you might be looking after children, or you might have a child's influence that's creating something that you're going to be doing today. I mean, Easter Sunday really is a joy when you've got children around and they're hunting. You hide the eggs for them, and they're hunting for them, and all sorts of wonderful excitement and expression and squeals and all sorts of things. You just look at that book that's got this wonderful scene of possibilities. The fairy tale castle, the gems, the lollipops, everything in that shining gold of bright light, and the rainbow, the stars coming up. It's a beautiful image of child. Be childlike as well as enjoy the children. Your role really is to have that mindset of innocence in a way, so that you are taking on the new learnings that you're getting. I just saw your message there, Shaz. You're trying to do your own nails. Not good. Well, I've never tried. As you know, I'm just visioning that one now. And as I'm reading that with the child card, I am, yeah. I'm just imagining that you've probably got it everywhere, like a little child might do when they're painting their own nails. Have fun with that. Have fun. I'm just going to try and get this closer. Is it going to work? Oh, goodness. And I've just nearly collapsed that. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get that child's card a little bit clearer. Can you see even more detail there? Isn't it a beautiful card? I really do love it. Especially like it's the building blocks in there. They're a little bit faint there because the light in here is straight from the window. It can fade it off a bit. There's building blocks and all sorts. And I'm not sure if that's a spinning top or a lolly, the dolly, all sorts of things. It's lovely. I really love that. And what we've got right in the centre as our outcome. Happy Easter to you too, Mary. Thank you for popping by. It's wonderful to see so many here. Thank you. Yes, you do. Red everywhere, especially red. Isn't that the type of child to choose? I like your child. I love that you're doing your own. Great stuff. Look, the stalks. It can be anything from a child coming, as in a baby being expected, and the nest being built for that baby, as far as the preparation of the home, the nesting and all of that. The stalk card is about change, but it's not so much the huge change, it's the rearrangement. It's doing things that are going to be actually making things absolutely tickety-boo, having them sorted as you want, having that preparation in readiness. It's being ready. It's changing things to be ready. It's almost like little Boy Scouts and brownies or Girl Guides. I don't know if they actually, I suppose they're still around. They were when my girls were younger. So as you look at that card with the stalks there, the beautiful change that is potential possibility, and especially missing, look, that's the one big thing that really is hard in this time. I miss my grandchildren not being able to go visit, by what their rules are. Recommendations are, I haven't visited. I've kept with it when there was needing to be some connection with one of the daughters, and the grandies couldn't cuddle them. We had to keep the distance and everything. So look, it's what it is at the moment, and this is being prepared. Get prepared for once we're past it, I'm feeling, so that what possibilities there are ahead. Look, I do feel myself this weekend is making garden beds in readiness for winter and the shortage of fresh veggies. That's a really good way to plan too, because I'm sure that there's many people who are preparing to be a lot more self-sustainable, and I think that's in essence where the changes are going to be once the virus has had its time, and that we get back to what is probably a more normal type of lifestyle and the rest. But I know that I just feel in my heart that there's going to be more connection with self, because we've had the time to think and feel into how it feels to be restricted, and how it feels to be isolated, and how it feels to have those restrictions and regulations. Are they regulations? Some countries are put on us to not move around, and all that involves. How little we actually need to be satisfied really in our own lives, in our own isolation. There's many who are learning that it's not as bad as it first seems, that silver lining can be spending quality time with your children, with your families in that isolated mode, and that it is possible to work from home, and all those possibilities that are out there, the different ways that we're handling it. Have just To me, it just feels like move within your heart to discover what new things are being given to you in this crisis, and what opportunities there are. There certainly is positives from it. I still, there's some form of excitement within me that I still haven't discovered what that is, and maybe that's still to come. But preparing and having all things ready to move on. Look, it's just being present in the moment that we're in now, with that mind of what is forward, but living in this moment is what's most important. So put yourself at your heart space, connect with your spirit, and be the best person that you can be. So hopefully to return tomorrow, all things being good and equal, at 8 o'clock in the morning here for South Australian time, and continue on with a next stream for tomorrow. I love doing this, and thank you so much, everyone, for being present here. Do pass it on and around to those that you think it's valuable for, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.